You're watching Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Good evening, Guam. I'm Jess Lujan. Welcome to this edition of The Buzz. This evening we have Tony Charfauros, former Democratic Party chairman. That is Tony from 2005 to 2007, I think it is, right? Okay. We're going to be talking about party politics, of course, on the Democratic side, most especially the upcoming party leaders election that's coming up November, I think, 19th, right?
November 19th is the election.
Okay. Tone, tell us your tenure, of course, in the Democratic Party, 2005 to 2007. What was it like?
Well, you know, it was, you know, at that period of time, we've had, you know, some rocky times also with even, you know, even with the legislature. And, well, the Washington delegate was, you know, one out of post. But even prior to that, I mean, we had the, I mean, after that, we had the gubernatorial race, which was the 2006 election, where we had Robert Underwood and Frank Hagan Jr. running as, and on the other ticket was Carl Gutierrez and B.J. Cruz. So you know,
for the primaries.
For the primaries. So it was a hectic period of time because you know we had two camps that were and everybody and you know this is the problem. I mean, when they look at me, they know that I'm identified with the Underwood or the Bordalius group, and it's rough. It's tough to try to get out of that because you know that's just the way it is. They look at you and you know and normally Democrats say, hey, you're connected to that. Even if you try to at least be fair, I mean that's just that's the nature of people.
That's politics here as well.
Politics,
especially, Tony, let's go back to there were a couple of quotes here actually in the Mayor's Variety where of course let's talk about the party elections of officers is coming up on the 19th. It was rumored, I think it's been clarified, and maybe you can clarify this even better for us, that former Governor Gutierrez will be running for the party chair. Likewise, at that time that you were interviewed by Marianne's Variety, that the Bordalio supporters were trying to convince as well Delegate Bordalio to run for the chairmanship of the party as well.
Well, you know, when that came about, you know, the first thing when I was interviewed by Mariana's Variety, I wasn't aware that you know Madeline was being pushed or being courted to run by the
for party chair
for so-called Bordaliocrats or you know the Underwoodcrats and all that. Well, when I was interviewed, when I was asked that, I said, well, you know, my opinion, my recommendation is for her not to run.
That's right.
Because you know it's just a party election. So what happened was right after I spoke with the Mariana's Variety, I went and met with Madeline because we had lunched that next day. So when I met with her, I said to her, the first thing I brought up, I says, hey, listen, I wanna clarify something. Yeah, Tony, I know what you're gonna clarify, but I'm not gonna be running for that. So apparently she's already made her decision not to do it, and to me it was the right decision. Now with Carl, I know Carl has mentioned even in the other paper that he is definitely going to be running for party chair.
Now, folks are saying, I mean, it's rumored, I guess, at this point that one of the reasons why he's running for party chair was to try to get enough votes to be able to try to propel him, because it's rumored that he will go up against Madeline Bordalio in this upcoming election or primary to be the nominee for the Democratic Party for Washington delegate.
Well, you know, those are scenarios. I know that maybe he was quoted as saying that he wants to get by this this Democratic Party chairmanship. But the other thing that I think he's looking at is that he's looking at also this lawsuit that's going on with this election
with the last election.
Okay. So he's looking at that, and in fact, when he said in the paper that I don't know why they're stalling. I don't know what they mean, and that's up to the courts. I'm not going to get involved with what the courts are going to decide. But I think that he's hoping that the courts favor his side, and there'll be some kind of like a runoff election or something. So well, if that comes about, I think that comes first. Now with the race for delegate, now I think that's that's probably third in the series.
Well, let's say, slim to nothing.
Right. Okay.
Slim to nothing.
Okay.
That the court rules in the way Carl Terrace would want this to be ruled upon.
Right.
I can't see the courts vacating the gubernatorial race without also vacating the senatorial race, special election on some, I think, vice mayoral race, and also the delegates race.
Right.
I mean, I can't see just one particular race and I really don't. I mean, we're so far down the line, and if they did vacate it, would decisions prior to or up to that time by the governor and the legislature, would that be null and void? Would it have nullified that we didn't have a 31st Guam legislature?
Well, I'm not sure. See, those are the issues of the court. Yeah. But I know that he's taking this one step at a time.
Okay.
Because I know that he loves to get into the political scene all the time, and my recommendation, and I guess there are Democrats that agree with what I came up with my recommendations, and I would prefer that he doesn't run for the party chair, and give others that have the leadership skills in the Democratic Party the opportunity to take care of the party. The party right now is fragmented as it is. I mean, of course it's been fragmented for years and years and years, but I think it's going to get worse. I mean, if he continues this trend, I don't want to say that he shouldn't run. I mean, that's for him to decide. But like I said, my recommendation, it would have been better for him to sort of like, give others the opportunity. I've always believed that
coach people to be able to.
The time has come, and we move from different generations. We want to give others the opportunity.
You did say we need fresh blood. Anyway, that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Come back with Tony Charfauros. You can chime in our conversation by dialing 632-8255 or 632-TALK. We'll be right back.